On your back, turn on the mat so it just feels comfortable for you. Yeah. And just take a few moments here, close your eyes and let your body actively rest. Don't worry, we will pick it up later on, but start by arriving. Take some deeper breaths and let that line of worry, or those lines of worry in between your eyebrows, let them melt off. Maybe there's something in you which doesn't want to rest, it just wants to work. Can you just kind of notice that that voice is there, if it is there? We will get to work hard later on, I promise. Take a couple of bigger breaths all the way down in your big toes, all the way out again. You are not in a hurry. Let all the weight you so patiently carry on your shoulders melt off. Take one more huge breath like this. And then hug your left knee in towards you. Give it a good squeeze. One big belly breath, belly onto 5. And then switch the legs. One huge belly breath onto 5. Good. And then put both feet in the floor. The hands come down next to your hips. I'm just going to show what we're doing standing. Going to do some pelvic tilts. On the exhalation, really push your lower back into the floor so you can feel how your tailbone wants to kind of roll off the floor. Inhale, let it go again. Exhale, the lower belly pushes to the lower back firms its connection to the floor. And inhale, let it go. Let's do that twice more. Hi, Lorena, welcome at home. The next time you create that pelvic tilt, hold on to it. Yeah, hold that feeling of ground in the lower back. Now straighten the right leg away from you, hover it over the floor, and then reach the left leg up. Keep the lower belly pushing into lower back. Have the feeling of hugging your inner thighs towards the midline. Now take an inhale, relax your shoulders, and exhale, switch. Inhale, exhale, switch. Straighten out your knees more. Switch on the exhale. Switch on the exhale. Still connecting to breath. Feeling that powerhouse of the body, the core. Wake up. Yeah. Gonna do 8 more if you want. Lift your head and your shoulder blades off the floor. Switching on the exhale. Gonna do 4. Have this feeling of hugging the inner thighs together. Maybe lift the shoulder blades a little higher if it's in your body right now. And then come in, come down. Hug both knees in towards you. Breathe the belly onto the thighs. The knees might move in circles. Relax the teeth and the spaces between the teeth. If you're moving in circles, change to the opposite direction. Good. Now open your arms a little bit away from you. Grab the floor with the fingers. So your palms are turning down. Knees are over the hips. Take an inhale, and on the exhale, just devote that exhale to pushing the lower back into the floor. Now hold on to that. The inhale sends your knees over to the right. The exhale lifts your knees back to the center. Try to keep the inner legs together. Inhale to one or the other side, left side. Exhale to lift up again. Again now. Now, knees might be bent, or you might, when you come to the side, kind of kick them out, lift them out over your neighbor if she's right there. Good. One more time to each side. And then you come to the center, put your feet down, your knees open, so you can put your heels together. Yeah. Then reach your arms overhead as if you're holding this big beach ball. Push your lower back into the floor. And with your next exhale, lift your inner ankles up, maybe touch your hands to the ankles. Inhale, lower everything. Exhale, you might also lift your head and your shoulder blades off the floor. Inhaling out. If you haven't noticed, we're going to start with core work tonight. Exhale, come up. Inhale down. When you are down, hold the lower back in the floor. Keep the knees open, everybody. Yeah. Gonna do 4 more. 3 more. Recruit the pelvic floor. Good. 1 more. Reach the arms overhead. Hold the feet in the air. Keep the lower belly, lower back down. Now push your heels away from you. Your legs straighten and squeeze together. And release. And exhale, straighten and squeeze together. And release. You continue. If it's difficult for you to hold the lower back down, you might send the heels a bit higher up. Or you challenge by lowering the legs closer to the floor. Yeah? It's not interesting what your neighbor is doing. It is interesting how you are connected to what you need right now. It's okay to challenge yourself, but also respect yourself. Yeah? Last 2. After the last one, you hold the legs straight. Make sure you are in a height where you can hold it. Cross one ankle in front of the other toes. Now straighten your knees more. Now let's crisscross the legs. Crisscross, crisscross, cross, 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 cross. And straighten the knees more. And if you can't keep the lower back down, you will lift the legs higher. If it's within your practice, you will lower the legs further down. We're going to do this for another 8 and 7 and 6. And lower back is down. And 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And come in, knees to chest. And take a big breath in. And release on the exhale. Just a few more breaths here. So your body arrived to this mat maybe, how long have we been doing this? 5-10 minutes ago. Maybe you have first feel the feeling that you have really arrived with your mind now as well. So you welcome yourself once more onto the mat. Good. Now come up to sit. And from there, find all 4s. Let's do it so we are, unless we're called Nicole. Nicole, you can face me. Everybody else face your bar. Yeah? Good. Take a big inhale. Send your heart forward. You have this idea like you want to touch the back of your head to the tailbone. Exhale, lift the heart high. The forehead wants to touch the pubic bone. You continue. Follow your breath. Slowing it down a bit again here. Getting in that cow pose. A nice stretch there for some of the core muscles on the front side. Grab your fingertips into the floor. Good. And then find a neutral position. Reach your left leg out behind you. Straighten the knee all the way out and straighten it a bit more than that. Have the feeling of hugging the inner thighs towards the midline. Yeah. Now take an inhale and bend your elbows. Your elbows bent straight back for the back end of your mat. The exhale takes you up again. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. You want to kiss the mat. But maybe you don't want to, but you're going to go that direction. Yeah. Lift your lower belly up. Keep this feeling. You just told your body how it feels to ground your lower back into the floor. Now you don't have the floor behind your lower back anymore, but use that wisdom. Keep that sense of lifting and engaging to lengthen the lower back. Good. Lift your lower back a bit into my hand. Yeah, there we go. 2 more. Go a bit more forward. Yeah, there you go. Schön da. Good. And when you are through those 2, we come up, foot to the ground, downward facing dog. Breathe. Walking out the body, walking out the legs. Shaking out the head. Take one more big inhale. And then back to all fours. One more round of cat-cow. Inhale, heart forward, exhale, round. You continue, maybe close the eyes. And then find a neutral position. Lift the lower belly up towards your lower back and lengthen out, straighten out your right leg. Really straighten out that right knee all the way. Now, as you inhale, your elbows bent back and your heart kind of travels forward and then down and then up. And hold the energy, increase the energy actually in that right leg right when it becomes the hardest. You have to think of hugging the inner thighs towards the midline, yeah? Good. Hold the lower belly up towards the lower back. 3 more. Exhale up. 2 more. Last one. Yeah. And when you come out, downward facing dog. Good. Let's walk out the legs to do any movement that feels called for. Deep, big breaths. And then walk your hands back to your feet, finding a forward fold. Coming halfway up. Exhale, fold. All the way up to stand. Lift your arms overhead, stretch long. And then hands down next to the hips. Good. Reach up again, inhaling. And then exhale, a little bend in your knees, forward fold. Come forward into your plank pose. Yeah. And just kiss the right knee to the floor. There's almost no weight on the right knee. It's just kissing. Yeah. And then switch. And then switch. And then switch. And then wake up your fingertips a whole lot. And keep this feeling of pushing the lower back into the floor. It's not interesting to do it fast. Yeah. It's interesting to do it stable. Okay, now, lots of engagement through the fingertips to the floor. Yeah. Lift your lower back up towards the ceiling. Genau, schön dauern. We're going to do this for another 8. A little longer through the spine. Another 4. 3. 2. And when you're done, walk all the way back to forward fold at the back end of your mat. Before you forward fold again, come halfway up. It's about lengthening your spine. And then forward fold. Maybe holding your elbows. You could also wrap your arms around your legs. Take a few breaths here. Release any tension you might still be holding on to. Go. One more big inhale. Release the elbows, roll up through your body. When you get up, reach the arms up. Good. Hands down, hands to the hips. Sure. So we're facing the bar or wherever we're facing. Lift your right leg. Yeah. And it's like half bent, half straight. And there's a life in your feet, in your toes. Lift the pelvic floor. Good. And then lower the right leg. Yeah. And lift it. And lower it. And lift it. And lower it. And lift it. And lower it. And lift it. And the rest of the body is trying to be absolutely still. Good. Heart is high. Maybe arms go up. Yeah. Have this little rounded shape so the elbows are lightly bent. Yeah. Now, lower belly is lifting in towards lower back. And there's lots and lots of space on the sides of your neck. Gonna do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Now hold the leg up, yeah? Point the toes. Super straighten that knee and bend it, and straighten it and bend it, and straighten it and bend it, and try not to lean back, yeah? You have the thing of kind of sucking the hip, the leg here, the femur bone is the word I'm looking for, the femur bone into the hip socket, yeah? So that bone of the upper thigh, suck it into the hip socket. I'm gonna do 8 and 7 and hyper straighten, 4 and 3 and 2 and put it down. Take an inhale, sweep arms up. One more time, down into plank pose. Good. Just making sure the shoulders are nice and warm. We're gonna slide forward and back. Rocking the weight forward and back, yeah? Hug the inner thighs together. Entschuldigung. Gonna do 4 and 3 and 2. And you take the last one, then you walk back to your feet. Coming halfway up and then down before you rise. You gotta do the other side. Maybe we leave the arms over the head. Yeah, we lift the left leg. And you use everything you just practiced when you were lying on the floor. You push the lower belly into the lower back into this imaginary floor behind you. And then we lower and we lift. And we lower and we lift. And there's a life out in your toes. Yeah? So we don't have a dead foot. The eyes are focused, the heart is high. Yeah? Use your core. And 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. Stay still in the torso. 2 and up and stay. Point the toes. Straighten, bend. Straighten, release. Straighten, release. Straighten and push through those big toes like you want to poke somebody. Straighten, lift the pelvic floor. We have this feeling of hugging the inner thighs together. We're going to do this for 8, 7. Stand a little taller through your spine. And 4 and 3 and 2 and foot down. Sweep arms up. Come down, come to all fours. Last business before we go to the bar. All fours. Straighten your left leg out behind you. Come onto your right elbow, yeah? So that when you're down on your right elbow and your left hand, your chest and your hips are turning lightly to the left, yeah? Now lift that left leg up high, hold it. Lean the lower belly in towards the lower back. Same thing we've been doing already many times in this class already. Lower the leg and lift it. And lower it and lift it. And it's not about throwing the leg up. It's about carrying it up and carrying it down. Up, down. How stable and still could you stay in the rest of the body while you're doing that? Yeah? Lots of support. So lifting lower belly, lift into my hand. Here. Yeah, that movement right there. Good. Now do the same movement, but only make it half the size, all the way up, halfway down. Yeah? Yeah, good and stable. Could you straighten out the leg you are lifting a little bit more? 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and all the way up and pause. Keep lifting lower belly in towards lower back. Are you hanging in your shoulders? Could you be lifting out of them? Do 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4, 3. The left knee will touch the left shoulder as close as it can. Come forward and back and forward and back. And go exhale when you come forward. Use those obliques there on the left side of your body. Yeah? You got this. Come. 6 and 5 and yes, 4 and 3 and 2. You're going to leave the knee as close to the shoulder as you can. You flex the foot and we're going to pulse the outer ankle and the outer knee up. Yeah, lift the lower belly away from the floor. This is going to warm you up and prepare you for some funky stuff we got to do at the bar later on. I hear the excitement in this corner already. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come down. Take a narrow child's pose. So knees close together. And then sit to your heels before you fall forward and breathe some deep breaths into that left leg, hip, glute space. And feel the life that is pumping in you, through you, for you. Come forward into all fours, and let's do that same thing on the other side. So when you come forward, come down on your left elbow, straighten the right leg out, and the hips and the heart are turning lightly to the right side. We're gonna lift and lower, and lift and lower. And that leg, which is moving, straighten out the knee completely. You need to use your muscles, yeah, through the whole entire leg to keep that leg so long. Yeah, good. Keep the lower back still. Gonna do 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, yes, 2, and then half of the movement we go all the way up, halfway down, all the way up, halfway down. Yeah. So the range of movement is smaller, but the rhythm is the same. Hold on to your leg, straighten it more. 8 and 7 and 6. Could you lift your pelvic floor? Good. Last 2, I think. And then stay up and pause. Gotta go pause, pause. Could you straighten the knee more? Yeah. What happens if you recruit your thigh, the muscles around your thigh more? Keep lifting the lower belly towards the back side. 6, 5, 4, 3, yes, 2. Then knee to shoulder, exhale forward, inhale out. You continue. Stabilize around the torso. Are you hanging in your elbow? Lift out of it. So many things going on. Let's do another 8. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Last thing here. Hold the knee out to the side. Flex the foot. Pulse the ankle and knee up, up, up. The legs are splitting, but there's this gathering force around the pelvic floor and the core. 8 more. 7, 6. Maybe a little higher. 4, 2, 1. Come down. Knees together. Sit on your heels. Fold forward and down. And just arriving there. Maybe a little smile. One more huge breath. And then come up. Good. Maybe a sip of water. I'm going to crack open a window. And then we meet at the bars. And Lorena, at home, you just use something steady you can hold on to. Could also be a wall. We, by the way, at home, Lorena, we also have a yoga block. If you don't have that, maybe you have like a big fat book or a big fat towel. You can use that as the same. So at the block, no, at the bar, your block is somewhere in the near. If you want to have extra weight, you could add your ankle weights. Like the strength training actually to just pull them apart. So when you get there, we're going to start turning our side to the bar. You pick what side you want to be with. You know. So I'm going to start. You can drop in whenever you're ready. First position, toes open, heels are together. The hand is not right next to your hip. It's a bit in front. Yeah, the other hand can go to the hip. Let's do a plie and then releve and then push up and lower the heels. And plie, releve and come up and down. Just nice and slow these first couple of times, thinking of rolling over the feet. Yeah, down, up. Yeah, we're gonna bring up the pace. So we're gonna go plie, releve, up. When you push up, really firm up your legs, firm up your tush. Yeah, a few more like this. 4 more. Lower belly in. So we have lots of length around the lower back. Go, 1 more. Good, and then down into your plie releve. Let's just keep lifting and lowering the heels. Good, now lean the lower belly in. You have the feeling of kind of scooping the tailbone a bit forward. If you can find your balance here, try to take one or both arms up. The hips don't move up and down. It's just the heels. 4, 3. Yeah, leave the heels up. The hand comes back to the bar. Yeah, let's come all the way up and down and all the way up. And maybe we take the arm with us and up and down and up and down. We're going to do 4 more and 3 more and 2 more and sit down and pulse right there. That arm which is in front of you, pull that shoulder blade onto the back. Pulse down, scooping the tailbone up still. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. We're gonna lower the heels and put the elbow to the bar. The outer leg steps out. We're gonna lift the leg and lower it. And if you want, let's reach the arm overhead when the leg is down. Over and up. Really recruiting again those obliques there on the side body. Do something to wake up your foot. Yeah? Same movement, but only half of it. All the way up, halfway down. All the way up, halfway down. Yeah? Notice if you prep that shoulder into your ear, but you kind of make space there again. 4 and 3 and 2 and looking good. Stay up and pulse. Let's go up, up, up. Heart forward, shoulder blades a bit together on the back. Yeah? We got this. Maybe pulse a little faster. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. A little higher. 4, a little higher. Yeah? And then put the foot to the floor, far away from the bar. And release the bar. Let's sit down and come up. Maybe releve the heels. Reach up. Sit down. Now maybe make the movement a bit bigger by sitting down further, by lifting the heels higher, but still controlling it. Yeah? 4 and 3 and 2 and meet me on the bottom. Reach the arms up. Go a little up, a little down. Lift the heels up and down. A little up, a little down. Lift the heels. Yeah, we do the same thing, but in double pace. We're gonna go up, down, heels, and up, down, heels, and up, down, heels, and 4 more. Heels heart high. 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Good. Hands behind the head. Yeah. Right elbow to right knee, and opposite, and side, and side. And keep the sense of sitting into your leg and lifting the pelvic floor. Yeah? Working for your whole body tonight. Yeah? With emphasis on core. Obliques right here. Good. 1 more time, side to side. Good. And then we're gonna move towards your bar, coming up and second. Coming up and second. Really pushing off that standing leg as you come in, powering off it. 4 more and 3 more. Heart nice and high the whole time. 2 more and 1 more. Hold yourself here. Maybe elbow down. Lift that leg up high. I'm just going to turn a bit. Bend your knee, but your knee, hip, shoulder kind of stays in one line. It's just the toes pointing towards your neighbor or your wall behind you. Yeah? Then carry the leg a bit forward and then behind you. Bear forward and behind you. And when you come back, really squeeze the tush. Yeah? Squeeze your butt to pull the leg back. Pretend like your leg here is like on a shelf. So the knee is not going down and up. It's staying on that same shelf and just pulling forward and back. Good. 4 more. Hold the rib cage in, especially when your leg is moving back. A little higher with the knee. 2 more. Comically enough, you can put it up, but you can't put it down. Yeah. Reach the knee in front of you. I want to place the ankle and the knee so they're kind of in line. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Lean the lower belly away from the floor. You were doing this in all fours just a moment ago. Yeah. Now that left knee is next in front of the left hip if possible. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3. Go. And then take a stretch across that left ankle, or I'm sorry, I'm saying sides, but we're all on different sides. Across that leg, you were just moving over the other knee. Take a few breaths here. And then come up. Let's turn to the other side. Yeah, so some of you will have your back to me. Let's see if we can make that okay. Inner ankles together, toes open out. So we're in first position. The hand on the bar is not next to you, it's a bit in front. Sit into your first position, lift the heels, push up and lower the heels. So we plie, releve, push up, come down. Plie, releve, push up and continue. Down, lift, up and down. Down, lift, up and down. Keep this feeling of the pelvic bone rolling up towards you. Yeah, that also gives your lower back that length we were practicing as the first thing today, this pelvic tilt. Yeah. 1 more. Yeah. And then sit down and catch yourself in that plie releve and just keep lowering the heels, lifting them. Lower and lift. And maybe we go lower, lift, lower, lift, lower. Maybe both arms up. Yeah, the rest of the body is still. Yeah, lift your pelvic floor. Could you sit your hips a little closer to the floor? Gonna do this for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the heels up. That hand comes back to the bar. We're gonna come all the way up and down. The arm can go up and in front of you. Up and in front of you. When you come up, squeeze the tush. Squeeze the legs, really push the feet into the floor firmly. Try to not open your rib cage. Yeah, I'm gonna do 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. Good work, everybody. 2. Yeah, and let's sit down and pause. Pausing here. Yeah, the knees are opening apart. The pelvic floor is gathering and lifting. Lower back is long, little longer yet. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And then lower the heels. Let's come onto that elbow. So the outer leg is gonna lift up, yeah? We're gonna lift it and lower it. Lift it and lower it. And maybe you reach the other arm over the head, and then you bring it to the leg, and you bring it away. Bring it to the leg, away. Good. 2 more in this size, and then we change it up. Right here, all the way up, halfway down. All the way up, halfway down. All the way up, yeah? Not all the way down. All the way up, halfway down. Yeah. Good. The knee of the leg you are lifting. Could you straighten it out more? Straighten out the knee more. Yeah. Doing 4 and 3. A little higher. 2. And we come up and we start with these relatively slow pulses, so it goes up and up and up. And we firm up that whole leg. Yeah, lower belly leans in, shoulders creep out of your ears. Gonna do 4, 3, and we pick up the pace. Here we go. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Yeah, firm up the leg more to pulse faster. Gonna do 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4. Little higher. Little higher. That's 2. And come down. Wide stand on your mat. Your toes are turned out, your heels are turning. Sitting down, coming up, lift your heels. Sitting down, lifting up. Sitting down, lifting up. So we're in that plie, releve, plie, releve. Yeah? Good. Could you place your ears, your heart, and your hips in line? So we have this feeling of tucking the pelvis as we come down. Yeah, there you go. Keep your shoulders a bit back, Claudia. Good. 4, and 3, and 2, and sit down. Meet me there. Arms come out to the sides. Yeah. First we start slow. We're gonna go a little up, little down, lift the heels, lower, little up, little down, lift the heels, lower, little up, little further down, heels, lower, little up. Now we do double pace. Here we go. Up and heels, up and heels. The lift is really small when we lift the hips, and 8 of these, and 7 of these, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Heels down. We're going to power off the leg closest to the bar, it's called, and come up and come down. And leg lift and plie. And leg lift and plie. You continue. What would change here if you try to integrate the word support or grace into how you are moving? When these dancers, I'm not a dancer, but when they move really gracefully and it looks so easy and light, they're actually engaging so many muscles. Yeah, all the way from their toes to the crown of the head. Do the same. 4, and 3, and 2, and catch yourself up there. Yeah, we're almost there. We bend the leg. We start with this position where the knee, hip, shoulders kind of in line. And then we pull the knee forward on a shelf and we bring it out behind us. And we bring it forward on an exhale. Inhale, open. Second last exercise. Then we change it up. Yeah, the legs are opening, but there's a gathering force around the pelvic floor. 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Now bring the knee out in front of your hip. Yeah, flex the foot. The shin bone is kind of parallel to the ceiling. We're gonna lift up and up and up and up and lift your weight out of the bar so you're not hanging in that arm. And we're gonna do 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4, 3, a little higher. And come down, take that stretch across the ankle, over the knee. And we breathe. Third, and then come up. Before we continue at the bar, grab your hand weights for a moment. Yeah. Thank you, Nicole. Grab and just face me. You can stand so you can face me. I don't have a pair of hand weights for me, actually. I think they are stolen in the wagon for the functional training. So I'm gonna just use these, yeah? Roll the shoulders onto the back, yeah? Find your first position again. So inner ankles together and toes out, yeah? Pelvic tilt, so we lengthen the tailbone, yeah? Now, as we sit down, we reach the arms forward and we pull back. Forward and pull back and forward. And when you come up, squeeze the legs. Good. Good. The crown of the head is really, really tall. There's this sense of grace through how you carry yourself. 4 more, and 3 more, and 2 more, and 1 more. Out. Pull one elbow back. Now switch the arms. You pulse the legs. Yeah. In the center, you have the stabilizing force of the powerhouse, the core. Yeah. Pull and press at the same time. Good. Lots of space on the sides of the neck. 4 and 3 and 2 and both arms long, nice and deep in your plie. As we come up, we open the arms, we sit down. We open, and we watch out that the rib cage doesn't collapse open. Yeah, it stays in. And squeeze the legs when you come up. So many things going on. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Sit down. Yeah, bend one elbow. Yeah, the elbows are parallel, or the upper arms here are parallel to the floor. We're going to switch, 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 switch. Lean the lower belly in. You continue. Here we go. Hey, hey, up. Good. 4 and 3 and 2 and the arms stay long. We're going to come all the way up. All the way up. Watch that your rib cage doesn't collapse open. Rather take the arms a bit further in front of you if you feel like you can't hold the rib cage in. Yeah, squeeze the legs again when you come up. 8 and 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, yeah, 2, and 1. Reach the arms out. Yeah, gonna take them out to the sides and do a big circle. Yeah, good, good. And we just stay down in the legs. Lift your right heel. Yeah, most of the weight is in that left arm. Good. Sit a little closer to the ground. Good. Now switch the direction of the arms and switch what heel is up. Yeah, all of the weight is in your standing foot. Sit further down. 4 and 3 and 2 and open the arms out to the side and switch the legs. Yeah, good. Lower your shoulders and reach out strongly. Yeah, if you need to, you put the weights down. Sink a little closer to the floor. Gonna do this for 16 and we're through it. 14, 13, 12, 11, and 8. Lift the pelvic floor. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Both heels up and hold it for 3, 2, 1. I know I lied. I said it was the last thing, wasn't the last thing. Come out. Good. Shake out your arms. And good. And go back to your bar. Your blog is there, or your towel, or Harry Potter edition number 5 at home. Something. Put your blog so you can put your right foot on it. And I always say this, but depends a bit on what size of feet you have. My feet are actually not way too big. No, they're not that big, but they are too big for this block. So rather have your heel on the block and your toes coming a bit out in front. We don't want the heel hanging off the block. Yeah, maybe you can put your entire foot there. Or not. Okay. So we're facing the bar. The free leg is going to step out behind you. So that's going to be your left leg. And then you see there's a bit of an extra bend in your standing leg because it's up higher. We're going to step in next to it and come out. Step in next to it and come out. Step, step. Now lengthen your lower belly, or lengthen your lower back is what I'm trying to say. And maybe put your hands underneath the bar. Yeah, and just push the hands lightly up into the bar. Good. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And we're going to step out, and then we're going to lift up. We're going to lift and lift and lift. So every time we come down, there's a lunge feeling. Up. You got it. Now stabilize your outer right hip. Yeah. Just kind of sucking it in underneath you. Going to do 4 more. 3 more. And we're going to do a combination of these two. Yeah. So we're going to step in, out, lift, lower, in, out, lift, lower, in, out, lift, lower. 4 more. 3 more. Good work. If you mess it up a bit, that's okay. Good. Let's do one more round. Good. Let's meet out in that second position, or sorry, not second position, lunge. Let's come down, half up, down, half up, down, half up. Your inner thighs are hugging in towards each other. Yeah. Gonna do 8, 7. We're never coming out of the bend of that standing leg. Yeah. 4, 3, 2, and step the feet so they're next to each other. Just one is up on a block. Yeah. Just keep pulsing here. Sit down, come up. Sit down. Could you lengthen your lower back? This pelvic tilt again. You can over-exaggerate it a little bit. Like you want to really scoop your tailbone forward, not out behind you, forward. Yeah. Tuck your butt underneath you. 4, 3, 2. Good. Let's put the hands on top if they're not already. The foot which is up on the block, step it out behind you, and then over to the left side. Yeah, so it's crossing to the side. Now from here, hug it to your right shoulder and cross behind. And hug and cross and hug. And if it suits you, you can find the beat of this music. Yeah, gonna cross and cross and cross and cross. Stabilize. Yeah. Good work, everybody. I like your effort. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. You stay where the knee is coming out to the side, and it's just going to press forward to your shoulder. Push, press, pull, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to do 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 2, 1. And come out behind you and step forward and put that lovely block underneath your left foot now. Yeah, hands underneath. Yeah, step the other leg out behind you. Scoop your tailbone forward. And we're going to step in, out, in, out. So basically, your foot on the block, that leg is not moving. Yeah, it's just still right here. 4, 3, 2, and then step out behind you from a lunge to a lift. Lunge, lift, lunge. Make sure your lower back is protected. Yeah. Think of going straight up, straight down. We're not shifting forward and back too much with the heart. Yeah. Good work. Gonna do 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And we do that combo. So let's step in and out and lift. Yeah. Down, in, out, lift. Down, in, out. Yeah, the force between the sit bones in the pelvic floor draws in and up. 6 more. Yeah. 4, 5 more. 4 more. Maybe a little bigger, maybe a little deeper. Last 2. And last one. Good. Step the feet next to each other. Oh, sorry. No. Stay in your lunge. Pause. 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 Hello, left booty, side, and everything else in my body. Yeah. Pause down. 4, and 3, and 2. And feet step next to each other. You keep pulsing. Yeah. Have this one last little sequence here. Scoop your tailbone forward so your shoulders go back. Your hips go, well, they don't go forward. They're right underneath your shoulders. 4, 3, 2. Good. Your left foot lifted. Step it out behind you to the right side of your space. And then go in, knee to shoulder. Maybe hands on top of the bar. Exhale in. and out. And exhale in. And maybe eventually you find the beat of the music. In, out, in, out. As close to the shoulder as you can. If it's more like your knee elbow, that's okay. Just do as good as you can. Yeah. Relax your hands a little bit. 4 and 3 and 2 and we're going to keep pushing forward, pulling forward in small pulls of that knee. Yeah. Lean your heart a bit forward. And we have just a few more here. I'm going to invent a number. It's going to be the number 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then come down. Let's take cat-cow on the bar. Yeah. So we bend the knees and we send the heart down and we round the spine and lift the heart up. You continue. Maybe you close the eyes. Okay, take 2 more big breaths here, and then you can take all of your equipment actually with you as you lie down on your back again. You have a block, you have weights, you have ankle weights. We might use no equipment at all. We might also use all of our equipment. Genau. So block, take it, put it on this medium level. In between, they have different sizes. If you caught a big, fatter block, it's okay. But put it on the medium level in between your knees. Your weights, and again, I'll use these big blocks here. Take them up towards the ceiling. Okay, now from here, you're going to lift the hips. And then as you lower, reach the arms over the head. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And really push in around the block. Yeah. Good. Same thing, but a little bit faster. We're going to go down, up, down, up. And we're going to squeeze the block. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stay up with your hips in small pulses. Yeah. Maybe you send your arms out to the sides and we hold the arms here in this big V shape of the arms. Pulse the hips higher. You have 16, 15, 12, 11, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come all the way down with your hips. Yeah, take your arms overhead. Yeah. Now your knees curl up, your arms come down, and you tap your tippy toes to the floor. Exhale up. Inhale down. Exhale up. Inhale down. If it seems like an option to you, you straighten out the legs. You keep the lower back in the floor the whole time. Get out. If it's ever too heavy, either adjust the size or take off some equipment. Yeah. Good. 4 more. And carry your body. 3 more. And 2 more. And let's curl up and meet each other there. Yeah. Legs are going to straighten up to the ceiling and bend. Ceiling, bend. Peel your shoulder blades off the floor. Push the lower back down. Yeah. If it's an option, you could also straighten the legs away from you instead of up. Push the lower back down and squeeze the block for feedback of the inner thighs. 8 and 7 and 6. Maybe a little higher up the shoulder blades. Yeah. 3, 2, and 1. And come down. Reach the arms over the head. We'll do that whole shebang one more time and then we stretch. Yeah. Good. Take a big breath in. As the exhale comes, the hips go up, arms down next to the hips, and down, and up. And let's find this beat again. We're gonna go up, up, up. Really squeeze the tush to come up, yeah? Squeeze the block for feedback. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And now stay up and pulse. Arms can go open to the sides. Pulse the hips up and down. Yeah? We're gonna do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's lower the hips down, arms overhead. As the arms come up, we lift the legs in towards us. And then we come down again, tipping the tippy toes to the floor. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. You can always choose to start to straighten the legs away from you. Yeah, the size, the result you're creating is not the most interesting part. The stability and the self-respect you're building by holding yourself while you're challenging yourself is the most important part. 4 more, and 3 more. Last thing coming up here. 2 more. Yeah. Now hold yourself up. Squeeze the block. Straighten the legs, bend them. Straighten the legs, bend them. Maybe the legs are away from you, or maybe they're lifting up towards the ceiling. Yeah. Good. Hold that lower back into the floor. You have these last 4 and 3, maybe a little higher with the shoulder blades. And you come down. Good work, everybody. Oh, Merry Christmas. Lift the hips up for a stretch. Let's interlace the hands behind us. Yeah. Interlace the hands behind you and then kind of walk the shoulder blades a little closer together. This is the last class, Barre class I teach before Christmas. Dana is here later this week. Next Wednesday, there's nothing. It's the 25th. Yeah, they will be by again. I can't remember when. Maybe Uber next to Wednesday, I think. Yes, that's true. Take another big inhale. And then open the hands and come down. Pull whatever leg you want in towards you. Straighten it. You can also take off your ankle weight then. This is point and flex this foot here. And then switch the legs. Take that ankle weight off. Oh, the freedom. One more massive big inhale. Good. And then take your knees over to your right side for a twist. Maybe arms in cactus position. And make sure that that left shoulder blade that you are rolling away from, make sure that that left shoulder blade is grounded. Good, and then switch to the other side. Right shoulder blade, nice and heavy. Release any tension between the inner thighs. And then come over the middle, come up to sit. Yeah. Put the hands behind you with the fingertips looking forward and then lift your hips off the floor. Take one more inhale, lift the heart a little higher maybe. And then come down. Let's put the soles of the feet together. And then sit up tall and fold forward. And I actually always round off my classes with this little Shavasana at the end, also at Barre, but Even though the class before Christmas should be the one where I made sure that was extra long, today we're actually going to skip it because I had so much fun with you that I lost track of time. But I do hope you'll do a good Shavasana in your couch, maybe, or on the floor at home. It's not Shavasana if you're watching Netflix at the same time. Good. Take one more huge breath here. And then come up, just sit comfortably. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Reach a bit longer in your left side. Huge breath there. And then switch, reach a bit longer on the right side, like you were trying to take something from the ceiling. Huge breath through the right side. And then come out. Thank you very much for coming tonight. Have a very good evening. Merry Christmas and a good New Year if I don't see you before. Thank you. Thank you very much. Cheers, Lorena, at home, also to you.